Hello, Paula. How are you? I thought I'd try and do it tonight, see what the problem with it. Right, rank is it's a correlation exercise, right? It's trying to see if you've got to have two sets of data and to see if there's a relationship, okay? In this particular one, there's two sets of data because your self-related aggression, what do you feel, how aggressive you are, and what your friends, how aggressive they think they are. And they're looking to see if there's a link between the two, okay? Now, the scores are on the left, on the sheet in front of you. The actual scores for the self-rated aggression are 2, 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, and 9. That's what that individual thought their level of aggression was. The peer-rated aggression, what your friends think you are, as opposed to you, is 3, 6, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. They are raw scores, right? What you have to do is rank those, right? Rank those from the highest to the lowest, right through. And you look at the rank, the highest rank is scored in each one. The highest rank is 1, 2, 3. It's easy on the peer-rated aggression. But normally in these questions, the ranks are worked out for you. The ranks become important, not the score itself, okay? For example, on the self-rated aggression, there are two of them with a top score of 9. So they share a rank of 1.3, and then it's 3, 4, 5. So you rank them separately, all right? So the key thing here is the difference between the ranks. How different do you feel aggressive you are compared to what your friends think aggressive they are, right? Take the first one. The self-rated aggression was 2, which was ranked 6.5, yeah? They thought they were low in aggression. Your friend, your peer, whatever it is, thinks you were 3, which was ranked 6. Now, the D is the difference between those ranks. So it's a difference between 6.5 and 6, okay? Which is 0.5. And then what you have to do, I don't know why the stat works out like this, what you have to do is square it. So it's 0.5 squared, which comes to 0.25, right? You do exactly the same for the second one. The second one on your list, if you look at it, is 6.5 is the rank. The second rank is 4. Now the difference between that is 2.5, yeah? The difference in 6.5 and 4 is 2.5. And you just square that. 2.5 squared is 6.25, okay? Now the third one, you ranked yourself at 5, but your peer ranked you at 7, right? Now that's the difference between 5 and 7, which is -2. Now, it won't matter really what the sign is because once you square it, it becomes a plus anyway. So -2 squared is 4, right? And so on. 5, the rank is 4 and 5. Yes, 4 and 5. And the difference obviously is -1. -1 squared is just 1, obviously. Now, number 8 is easy because they both ranked exactly the same. So there's no difference. So it's obviously 0 and 0. So there's no difference. With that fifth person, they're ranked at the same, both ranked 3. The next one, the rank is 1.5. And your self-rated rank is 1.5. Your peer-rated rank is 2. So it's -0.5, yeah? -0.5, you square it up, and it's 0.25. And 9, the last one at all, is ranked 1.5 and 1, and the difference between the two, 1.5 and 1, is 0.5. And square that again, and it's 0.25. So your final column should be the D. The D column should be 0.5, 2.5, -2, -1, 0, -0.5, 0.5. You square it up and it's 0.25, 6.25, 410, 0.25, 0.25. All you do is add that column up of d squareds, right? I just add it up and it comes to 12, right? Basically, it comes to 12, right? Now, in this situation, you get a mark if you get the columns right, for example, right? Now, the formula looks really complicated. It's 1 minus 6, that little funny thing, little funny sort of inverted E is just times. It's 6 times d squared. And underneath that, n is the number of people that took part in this experiment, which is n. In this case, it's 7, yeah? N in brackets, n squared minus 1. Now remember, 7 is the number we start with. So at the top, it's 6 times 12, really, because you worked out d squared as 6 times 12. 6 times 12, okay? Underneath, it's then 7 times 49 minus 1, which is 48, yeah? I can't remember where I did my maths on this. So it's 72 over, where's my calculator? Excuse me a second. Right, if you take the calculator on this, it's 72 divided by, what did I say, 336, which is 0.214, right? Now, the thing is, you've got to be careful. It's not, the answer is not 0.214. You've got to take 1 minus 0.214. And that gives you 0.786, right? It's 1 minus, you've got to remember it's 1 minus. You have a correlation of 1, okay? But obviously it's very rare that happens. So what you've got is the Spearman's rho is 0.786, which tells you that it is a quite close relationship between what you think and what your friends think. And if you look at the scores, you can work it. One says 2, one says 3. There's a bigger difference between the second one is 2 and 6 in the scores. The third one is 4 and 2. The second one is 5 and 5, 8 and 7, 9 and 8, and 9 and 9. There's not much difference. The closer the relationship between them, yeah? The closer the relationship between them, the closer the score gets to 1, okay? In this case, you ended up with 0.786, right? Now, that's quite high. It is quite a good correlation. If it had been 0.3, it means there's absolutely no correlation, yeah? What you think, how aggressive you think you are, is totally different to what your friends think you are. It's just a comparison exercise. It's a correlation. Is there a correlation between these two things? Yeah. Now you're lucky on most of the questions. You're given all the ranks. You're given all the scores. The most important thing is the ranks. Okay, they are the most important things. Is the ranking. And then you compare the ranks, not the scores, the ranks themselves. And you just go down the line. In an exam, you're not going to get many more than this. 7, 8 is the maximum, otherwise the figures get too big. So you just take D, which is a difference. D stands for difference. D squared is a difference squared. Go down, get a number which is 12. Try and work it out yourself. And then your formula to take it away from 1, right? Because the answer will come as 0.2, whatever it is. And you have to take it away from 1, okay? I hope that helps a little bit. Obviously, the Spearman's rho formula is on, I think, the first page of the stats. I think it is, yeah, the first page of the stats. And you can see there, 6, that funny thing is just sigma 6 times d squared. That's all it means. But don't forget the 1. Right. It's not a very exciting video, but I hope it helps a little bit anyway. Okay? Cheers.